Norilsk, Russia, stands as one of the world's most isolated and environmentally impacted cities, situated deep within the Arctic Circle in Siberia's Krasnoyarsk Krai region. This industrial hub, established in the early 20th century, is known for its massive mining and metallurgical operations that have left an indelible mark on both the environment and its inhabitants. With temperatures plunging well below freezing for most of the year, Norilsk's extreme climate and severe pollution have made it both a place of industrial significance and ecological concern. The roots of Norilsk trace back to the 1930s, when the Soviet Union identified the area's vast deposits of nickel, copper, and palladium. To exploit these rich mineral resources, the Soviet government established large mining and smelting facilities under the Norilsk Nickel Company, which remains the world's leading producer of nickel and palladium to this day. The city's development was closely linked to the labor of prisoners from the Norilsk labor camp, part of the Soviet Gulag system, where thousands endured harsh conditions to build the city's infrastructure and mines. Norilsk's economy revolves entirely around its mining and metallurgical complex. Norilsk nickel dominates the city's economy, providing employment for a significant portion of its population. The extracted metals are essential to various industries worldwide, including electronics, automotive production, and renewable energy technologies. Despite its remote location, Norilsk plays a critical role in global commodity markets, with its output affecting prices and supplies worldwide. Norilsk's environmental challenges are stark and well documented. Decades of unregulated mining and smelting have resulted in severe pollution, earning Norilsk a spot among the world's most polluted cities. The city's smelters emit millions of tons of sulfur dioxide annually, causing acid rain that has devastated surrounding forests, leaving behind a barren, lifeless landscape. Satellite images reveal vast areas of dead vegetation stretching for miles around the city. The impact on local water bodies is equally severe. Rivers and lakes near Norilsk are heavily contaminated with heavy metals and chemicals from industrial runoff. The Daldekan River, for instance, famously turned blood red in 2016 due to a chemical spill, drawing global attention to the city's environmental plight. Despite ongoing efforts to reduce emissions and rehabilitate the environment, the scale of damage accumulated over decades poses a formidable challenge. The permafrost, a defining feature of the Arctic environment, is also at risk due to climate change and industrial activity. Melting permafrost releases stored methane, a potent greenhouse gas, exacerbating global warming. Moreover, shifting ground caused by permafrost thaw threatens the city's infrastructure, creating additional maintenance challenges. Life in Norilsk is defined by its harsh Arctic climate. Winters last for about 9 months, with temperatures regularly dropping to -40°C or lower. The city experiences polar nights from late November to mid-January, where the sun never rises, plunging residents into continuous darkness. Conversely, during the summer months, the city experiences polar days, where the sun remains above the horizon around the clock. Snow covers the ground for most of the year, with powerful Arctic winds creating near-blizzard conditions. Despite these challenging conditions, approximately 175,000 people call Norilsk home. Residents have adapted to the extreme weather with specialized infrastructure, including heated buildings, underground walkways, and insulated public transportation systems. Many buildings are built on stilts to prevent them from sinking into the permafrost, a unique architectural solution critical to surviving in such an unforgiving environment. Isolation also shapes daily life. Norilsk is not connected by roads or railways to other major cities, and access is limited to air and river transport during the brief summer months. The isolation contributes to high living costs, as most goods must be imported. Despite this, the city has developed essential services, schools, hospitals, and cultural centers to support its population. Despite its industrial focus and harsh environment, Norilsk has developed a distinct cultural identity. The city hosts cultural events, theaters, and art exhibitions that provide residents with entertainment and artistic expression. The Norilsk Museum of History and Local Lore showcases the city's complex past, including its geological wealth, industrial heritage, and the harrowing history of its labor camps. The city's population is a mix of native Siberians, descendants of former labor camp prisoners, and individuals drawn by the high wages offered by Norilsk nickel. Although living in Norilsk comes with significant environmental and social challenges, its residents have built a resilient and tight-knit community united by shared experiences and mutual dependence. Education and cultural preservation are important community pillars. Local schools incorporate Arctic survival skills into their curricula, teaching students how to navigate the harsh environment. Cultural centers celebrate indigenous Siberian traditions through art, music, and storytelling, ensuring that the region's heritage remains alive. Living in Norilsk comes with serious health risks due to chronic air and water pollution. Respiratory diseases, cardiovascular problems, and cancer rates in the city are significantly higher than in other parts of Russia. Children are particularly vulnerable, with increased instances of asthma and developmental issues linked to long-term exposure to toxic pollutants. Environmental advocacy in Norilsk has grown over the years, driven by both local initiatives and international pressure. Norilsk Nickel has pledged substantial investments in reducing emissions and mitigating environmental damage, including modernization projects and pollution control technologies. However, critics argue that more comprehensive efforts are needed to address the city's long-standing environmental crisis. International organizations have also raised awareness about Norilsk's environmental problems, calling for greater transparency and accountability. Collaborative environmental monitoring programs could help track pollution levels and guide future cleanup efforts. Despite its environmental struggles, Norilsk remains indispensable to the global economy due to its critical role in the mining industry. As demand for nickel and palladium continues to rise, especially for use in electric vehicle batteries and clean energy technologies, Norilsk's industrial output is likely to remain significant. Looking ahead, the future of Norilsk depends on balancing industrial production with environmental sustainability. Long-term ecological restoration projects, coupled with modernized mining practices, could help mitigate the city's environmental impact. Additionally, investments in social infrastructure and healthcare are essential to improving the quality of life for its residents. Climate change poses a dual threat to Norilsk. While the Arctic's warming could open up new shipping routes and resource extraction opportunities, it also threatens the city's stability through permafrost thaw and unpredictable weather patterns. Adapting to these changing conditions will require innovative engineering and significant investment. In conclusion, Norilsk, Russia, is a city of stark contrasts, a place where human ingenuity and industrial ambition have clashed with environmental realities and unforgiving Arctic conditions. Its story is one of resilience, survival, and the enduring impact of industry on both people and the planet. As global attention continues to focus on environmental sustainability and climate change, the fate of Norilsk serves as a poignant reminder of the costs associated with industrial progress in one of the harshest environments on Earth.